Hey Highlander fans, Megan Reza here for GoHighlanders.com, and you're joining me for the 2014-2015 Women's Basketball Preseason Preview with our very own women's basketball coach, John Margaritis. Hi Coach, how you doing?
Hi Megan, I'm well. How are you?
Thanks for joining me.
You're welcome.
Well, I know we're here to get started talking about this upcoming season.
Okay.
However, let's start by briefly reviewing last season and how it went.
Okay.
Overall, what were some of your expectations for the team, and how did you feel about the team's performance?
I thought our expectations were a little bit higher than how it turned out last year. We had a situation where we were close in many games, but we did not get enough done in order for us to win. The season culminated with some injuries down the stretch. But overall, it was not this type of season that we were hoping for.
You're returning a number of veterans this season. Can you talk about what they bring to the team for this season as a whole?
Well, last year with the injuries, with lack of depth, it allowed some of the young ladies that were on the team last year to get a lot of quality minutes. So now it will help for this year. So we do have some higher expectations. We have some people returning that had proven themselves last year, and right now we are excited about this new season, and we are looking forward to it with the knowledge that a lot of them are going to be able to contribute because they were able to do that last year.
Britney Crane is one of those experienced veterans returning. She led the league in scoring last year. She chalked up her second Big West Conference honor and was recently named to the preseason Big West All-Conference team. Can you talk about her role on the team and specifically some things that you're going to be expecting from her this season?
She's a very good basketball player. She works exceptionally hard. It was interesting because the last game last year, it was a big game for us, and about 4 minutes left in the game, she fouls out. And I've never seen Britney be so vocal. She wanted to win so much, but she was not on the floor to contribute, so she was just trying to do it vocally, which brought us to the question is, why can't you lead that way all the time? Do you have to be out of the game to do so? And she's kind of caught on to that, and she spends a lot of time in the gym. She's an exceptional athlete. She had an opportunity 2 years ago to compete right off the bat because we had an injury, and that allowed her to be the freshman of the year. And then she came back the following year, last year, and she led the conference in scoring. She has proven that she can compete at our level, and she's good at it.
You produced your second consecutive Big West Freshman of the Year in Simone D. Talk about what she brings to the team and how she's improved for this season.
She's someone that does things for us that no other player can do. She's one player that can break a press. She's so quick, she can handle the ball so well. She can go through people full court as they're spread out in order to full court press. She can break down the defense with her dribbling skills, and she's a very good shooter and a good penetrator. It'll be interesting to see how she does second year.
Elise E is also another one of your big veterans returning. How do you see her progressing in her second year for UCR?
We are so excited to have her. One of the things that happened last year that I'm not so sure that everyone is aware of is down the stretch, Elise played injured. As a matter of fact, there were a lot of games where she can only play a certain amount of minutes. So many minutes in the first half, so many minutes in the second half, and then we had to pull her out regardless what the score was. And so we were so thin that every minute that she could give us helped everybody else so they don't go for 40 straight minutes. And so she played quite a few games hurt and injured, and her performance kind of dropped in those games, and her overall stats at the end of the year were different than they would have been if she was 100%. And Elise came to us, and in junior college, her freshman year, she was the MVP in their conference. We knew that we were getting a quality player, and now that we know her, we've got a quality person. She's a wonderful young lady. I think the conference is going to be surprised as to how good she can really be. We have a solid core with the first two young ladies that we talked about and Elise returning.
Who else from your returning players have impressed you?
Well, you got to immediately go to Denise Adams. Denise was a starter for us a few years back when she tore her ACL, and it allowed Britney Crane to play to become Freshman of the Year. Well, Denise is back now, and Denise is a tremendous athlete, but she's going to be a quality addition for us. She's a little bit older, a little bit more mature. Her and Elise, I call them the rabbits in our practice. They bring the intensity every day. They set the tempo. Everybody has to go their pace, and the pace is really good. So we're really excited to have Denise back on the squad, and we're looking forward to her contribution, actually. Along with Denise Adams, I think it's important that we mention Akila Martin. She was a starter for us last year for most of the year, especially down the stretch. And we're looking forward to having her this year as a junior after 2 years of experience with us. I think she's going to be someone that is going to really contribute throughout the year. And I would be remiss if I did not mention Tavia Morrison and Inara Yinkifa, whom I think is going to see considerable playing time with the size of our squad and the fact that they have had more experience in the last couple of years, and I think they're ready to go.
Well, we've seen some new faces out on the court for you. What can you tell us about your incoming class and how they will impact this season?
Well, we have two new players, and they've both, in the two exhibition games, have shown that they're going to be quite a contributing group. One is a freshman, and that's Michelle Curry, and the other one is a junior college transfer. And they both are pretty capable of not only contributing on the offensive end, but doing a good job on the defensive end. And so Michelle has shown us that she's really tough-minded. She has a good skill set, and she's very, very capable of playing well on both ends of the court. So we'll see how she does throughout the year, but we feel that as long as she stays healthy, she'll be a huge contributor. Jalen is a junior college transfer who brings us height and the ability to shoot the perimeter shot from three-point range. She's got good quickness, and she has a good knack of getting the ball to the basket. She under the circumstances, she is our tallest player right now, and we really are counting on her to not only give us inside presence, but to spread the floor out so that other players have room to cut to the basket or post up. We're really excited to have her.
Well, you have talked about your non-conference schedule earlier in the year in a radio interview, and you were quoted talking about the competitiveness of your schedule. You have UCLA, Washington, San Diego State, and Fresno State, who made it to the first round of the tournament last season. How do these types of matchups help the team prepare for the Big West?
Well, if you can stay within the game for the entire game, it's not a blowout. I think he really challenges you, he exposes weaknesses, and he allows you to go ahead and fix things. If you play and the game is out of reach as soon as the layup lines are over, then he really didn't do anything. So hopefully we can compete well enough, long enough in all those games to learn something from it, and to make the proper adjustments so that later on as we play in the Big West Conference, we're a little bit better because of it.
Well, a Big West season is always full of surprise. How do you see the conference playing out this year, and where do you see the Highlanders fitting into that mix?
I think that there are a lot of really good teams. I think they're well coached, and I see us trying to get a little bit better than we have been the last 2-3 years. A key to this is our ability to stay healthy. We're not very deep right now, and injuries can really affect the outcome of our season and of our games. So hopefully we could stay healthy and stay competitive enough throughout, and then see what happens. But I think that it's a very competitive conference, and it's going to be, every game is going to be a struggle. But every game, you always have an opportunity to compete, and then hopefully we will be playing well enough to do well.
Well, Coach, we are more than excited to support this team this season. I really appreciate your time. Thank you so much for sitting down with me. This has been Megan Reza, Coach Margaritis, with your women's basketball preseason preview here on GoHighlanders.com.